Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm so glad that you tuned in today. In this video I'm going to show you how I make my sweet chili sauce. As you can see, I already kind of got it started here. In my hot saucepan I have some tamari and some water. I'm going to add a little bit of lime juice, and I know this isn't in the recipe, but I like to add that in there. And I'm going to add my xylitol. This is a great dip for veggies on phase 2. If you like sweet chili sauce, this is so delicious. Just so good. And you can see here, pretty simple to make. So I have my heat on between medium and medium high. So tamari water, some xylitol. And here I have my hot peppers and my black pepper. I have ginger and I have fresh garlic. Fresh garlic and ginger are really important in this one. You can use dried if that's all you have and you're desperate for some sweet chili sauce, but the fresh stuff tastes a lot better. You really just put everything in the pan. My recipe does state 2 tablespoons of red pepper flakes, and that can be a lot if you don't like really hot stuff. So if you're unsure, I would take it down to as low as maybe even half a teaspoon and test it out and see if it's the temperature that you like. I like things pretty spicy, and it all really depends on the red pepper flakes. Sometimes you buy red pepper flakes and they're not hot at all. They have a nice mild heat. Sometimes you buy them and they're scorching hot. So it really depends on the red pepper flakes that you have, how old they are, or where they're from, or what brand they are, or what kind of peppers they actually end up using. So it really depends. If it's not as hot as you would like, you can always add some more into it, so that's not a big deal. So I'm just going to stir this a little bit. I want to bring this up to a good boil. I want to cook the ginger and the garlic just a little bit. I don't want them to be overpowering and too strong a flavor, so I want to cook them a little bit. And I don't add any salt to this because the tamari is generally salty enough. If you don't follow FMD, you can use soy sauce, but we don't eat soy on FMD, so we use tamari, which is a fermented soy, and the fermentation process makes it easier on the body. Now, I don't want to boil this too much because the xylitol will crystallize and harden, and it gets pretty gross. So I just want to bring this up to a boil and let this simmer for just a little bit. I'm going to get my slurry ready. Slurry is just arrowroot powder and some cold liquid. You can use broth, you can use tamari in this case, anything that's cold. And just stir it until that arrowroot dissolves. You want to make sure that liquid that you mix with it initially is cold, okay? So you get that mixed, and when your gravy or your sauce is hot, like this is, and simmering, we're going to pour some of that in there. Start off with a little. Sometimes you don't need as much, sometimes you need more. And this works just like cornstarch does. So you can do the same with the cornstarch. If you use cornstarch, mix it with a little cold liquid and put that in. We also don't eat corn on FMD, so that's why I'm using arrowroot. Some people will get a little impatient with the arrowroot and they put some in because it doesn't activate quite as fast as cornstarch does. And so they're like, oh, it's not thick enough, so I'm going to add some more, and then they add more. And then as the dish continues to heat, it will get really slimy, and then it's gross. So you don't want to add too much. Alright, I'm going to add just a little more of this. You have to add the arrowroot to a cold liquid. You can't just put it in. Number one, it will probably clump up, and number two, it just won't thicken quite as well as if you put it in a slurry. So sometimes it doesn't work at all. So I'm going to let this simmer for just a few more minutes, and then I will let it cool down and then give it a taste. And then I'll put it in a jar with a lid. I'll put a label on it with today's date so I know how old it is. And stick it in the fridge. And then when I have cucumbers to dip in it, or meatballs, or grilled chicken, or if you make a fried rice type of dish on phase 1 with some brown rice and some yummy vegetables and ginger and garlic and maybe some chicken or some beef, you can pour a little bit of this on top and it'll spice it up. It's really good. Or on a stir fry. You can use it as a salad dressing, mix it with a little vinegar, and make a really yummy Asian type salad dressing. Lots of things you can do with this sauce, and it's so delicious. One of my favorites. I hope you give it a try. Make sure you click on subscribe. Give my channel a thumbs up if you like this video. And I will catch you guys on the next video. Thank you, everyone.